It felt personal, and Tank no longer views Floyd as someone in his corner. Instead, he is moving forward without the support of his former mentor, realizing that loyalty is uncommon in boxing, and that even people who once stood by him may not always want to see him succeed. Tank is now determined to prove himself without Floyd's help, demonstrating that he can rule the ring on his own terms.
He's not from DC. That's what I learned. I thought he was from DC too. DC my second home. I've been coming up here since I was 9 years old, even younger. So I'm not really trying to get in his personal business. Probably just showing him that, you know, I could do anything, especially in your backyard.
You gonna feel all this shit we gotta do? Look, hey Tank, we gonna go 35 for 12.
Many years ago, legendary champion Marvin Hagler remarked that it's hard to get up and do road work at 5 a.m.
From the start, Floyd Mayweather backed Gervonta Tank Davis. He brought him into his team, guided him, and helped shape him into the champion he is today. Floyd gave Tank the opportunities, advice, and exposure that many fighters dream of. Tank was loyal in return, always listening to Floyd, following his advice, and trusting that Floyd had his best interests at heart. Their relationship wasn't just about boxing. It was built on mentorship and respect, but over time, things changed. The trust that once existed between them started to fade. The real issue isn't just that Floyd has worked with other fighters, it's that he has seemingly positioned himself against Tank. Supporting Frank Martin was one thing, but actively giving him strategic advice, knowing he could one day fight Tank, made Tank question Floyd's intentions. It wasn't just mentorship, it felt like betrayal. Then Floyd got involved in Lamont Roach's camp ahead of Tank's upcoming fight. That was the breaking point for Tank. It confirmed that Floyd wasn't on his side anymore. It wasn't about helping young fighters. It was about working against someone he once called his own. That's what hurts Tank the most. Not just that Floyd is training others, but that he's giving opponents the tools to beat him. Tank once viewed Floyd as a mentor who would always be there for him, but now that he knows he must stand on his own, he no longer seeks Floyd's advice and no longer expects loyalty from him.
What really irritates Tank is not losing a mentor, but realizing that the man who once stood by him is now working against him.
You're backed by arguably one of the greatest of all time, right?
What are we rating ourselves on? What are we rating on?
Okay.
Well, we're gonna know. In the least amount of fights, you know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
Tank Davis discussed his frustrations with Floyd Mayweather, pointing out that many people
are unaware of what goes on behind the scenes. He made it clear that Floyd is actively working against him rather than just mentoring other fighters. According to Tank, the public only witnesses their surface-level interactions, but Floyd has been making moves that seem like direct attacks on him behind closed doors. Tank stated that this goes beyond Floyd's support of other boxers and involves Floyd's actions that appear to be intended to harm Tank's career, such as offering strategic counsel to Frank Martin or joining Lamont Roach's camp prior to Tank's fight. Tank feels personally hurt and thinks Floyd is purposefully working against him, but many fans and insiders don't fully comprehend the circumstances. Tank made it clear during the podcast that he no longer wants to look to Floyd for support or approval, because the days of him blindly following Floyd's advice are over. He also acknowledged that, although Floyd had helped him in the past, his loyalty is no longer there. Tank also hinted that there is more to the story than what the public is aware of, suggesting that if people really paid attention, they would see how Floyd has been moving against him. Although he didn't reveal everything, his words made it clear that he feels betrayed and that he is done acting like everything is fine. He is now focused on his career, demonstrating that he doesn't need Floyd's support to remain at the top of the boxing world.
How are you feeling? We're pretty close. We're pretty close to it. How are you feeling right now?
I feel good, man. Feel good. Getting close, and, you know, somebody like Lamar is like fighting somebody, like, you know, it's gonna feel like the amateur type of vibe, like.
Okay.
You feel me? Not the no. The only thing I said the amateurs because I fought him before when I was coming up.
Okay.
Type of vibe. So I feel though it's gonna be a good fight. I'm excited. He's He's come with his people and things like that. He's
In the amateurs, he said he beat you in that.
He didn't beat me. No, he didn't beat me.
Okay.
It's gonna show much.
Davis claimed that Floyd Mayweather is unaware of how close Tank is to overtaking him. Floyd observes what is taking place, but instead of standing by him, he refuses to acknowledge that Tank is only a step away from matching him. Tank admitted that Floyd was a legend in the sport, but he feels that he's about to overtake him, and perhaps that's what's upsetting Floyd. Rather than celebrating his success, Floyd seems to be working against him, as if he wants to slow down his rise. Floyd seems to be creating difficulties. For example, when he gives strategic counsel to Frank Martin or intervenes in Lamont Roach's camp prior to Tank's fight, these actions don't seem random to Tank. Rather, they look deliberate. Tank stated that Floyd wouldn't be attempting to pit other fighters against him if he truly believed in him. But it doesn't matter because Tank is focused on his career and is certain that he is headed in the right direction. He is optimistic that soon people will be discussing Tank rather than Floyd's time.
I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's, I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
This is
it.
exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see.
He made it apparent that he is no longer seeking Floyd's approval. Instead, he is looking to the future, and Tank believes that it won't be long before he is not only competing at the greatest level, but also sitting at the top in the same spot Floyd once occupied. But this time, it will be his own legacy created without Floyd's assistance.
But skill for skill, none of these guys can match nobody. Nobody on TV is fighting right now and have more skill. Nobody. Like, talking about top to bottom list of fighters that's fighting. So what I got to do is you can, I guess, embarrass it. Like, because again, we see you make posts on the story like a fight I have. Like, my biggest fan, I don't ever want to get embarrassed. What you mean? How would you get embarrassed? Like, me not doing my job. I was supposed to bend a cap, you know, and I wasn't a cap, so it was me like, alright, okay. It pissed me off so bad that I was like, alright, I don't.
The fight is his true chance to demonstrate who he is and why no boxer can touch him. He is stepping in to demonstrate that no strategy, no game plan, and no outside influence can bring him down. With everyone watching this fight, Tank has made it clear that no opponent's strategy can defeat him, and no mentor's advice can stop him from dominating. Tank is determined to show that nothing can stop him, regardless of whether Martin is receiving additional assistance or not. This battle aims to dispel doubters and demonstrate his unchallenged status in the boxing world, not merely to defend a title. Conclusion: that concludes today's video. Stay tuned for more updates.